Welcome to the lesson on safety tools and equipment for high voltage work-based safety. High voltage work-based safety is essential to BEV service and maintenance. In this lesson, we will look at the essential safety tools and equipment to keep you safe in high voltage work-bay environments. Let us now look at our lesson objectives. After completing this lesson, you will be able to name the essential safety tools and equipment to ensure a safe BEV work-bay when working with high voltage systems. Next, you will be able to describe the purpose of safety tools and equipment to ensure a safe BEV workbay. Finally, you will be able to explain the different category ratings. High voltage safety tools and equipment are essential for BEV technicians as BEVs use high voltage batteries, motors, and other components that can pose a serious safety hazard if not handled properly. High voltage safety tools and equipment help protect BEV technicians from electric shock, arc flash, and other hazards. The safety tools and equipment must be properly maintained and inspected regularly. This will help ensure they are in good working condition and provide adequate protection to BEV technicians. The International Electrotechnical Commission, abbreviated as IEC, is an international standards organization that develops and publishes international standards for all electrical, electronic, and related technologies. It is one of the three major standards organizations in the world, along with the International Organization for Standardization, abbreviated as ISO, and the International Telecommunication Union, abbreviated as ITU. The International Electrotechnical Commission develops standards for the safety, performance, reliability, and consistency of BEVs and their components. By following the International Electrotechnical Commission standards, BEV service technicians can help ensure they are servicing BEVs safely and effectively. Nationally Recognized Testing Laboratory, abbreviated as NRTL, is a designation given by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, abbreviated as OSHA, to private sector organizations that can perform safety testing and certification of products to ensure that they meet the requirements of OSHA. Nationally recognized testing laboratories are accredited to test and certify products to a variety of standards, including electrical safety standards, fire safety standards, and mechanical safety standards. OSHA lists which nationally recognized testing laboratories have been approved to test and verify that the products meet consensus-based standards. This testing reasonably assures that products are safe for use. Once the product meets the nationally recognized testing laboratories' testing criteria, the product can be labeled with NRTL's recognized mark. Any product without such a label must not be used. Some of the most common standards that NRTLs test and certify include Underwriters Laboratories, abbreviated as UL, American National Standards Institute, abbreviated as ANSI, American Society for Testing and Materials, abbreviated as ASTM, National Fire Protection Association, abbreviated as NFPA, and Canadian Standards Association, abbreviated as CSA standards. The upcoming sections will cover the various high-voltage safety tools and equipment to ensure a safe work environment for BEV technicians. Safety tools are designed for performing specific tasks related to the maintenance and service used directly while working on BEVs, such as checking voltage levels, disconnecting the high-voltage components, or conducting diagnostic tests. The high-voltage safety equipment is designed to protect BEV service technicians from hazards such as electrical shock, chemical exposure, or thermal events while working on BEVs. They are not directly involved in performing tasks, but are worn or used to create a safe working environment, protecting technicians from potential dangers. We will also discuss category ratings, commonly referred to as CAT ratings. These categories specify the suitability of electrical equipment for specific applications and ensure safety and reliability. Let us look at the high-voltage safety tools and their purpose in ensuring safety while working on high-voltage BEVs. Insulated tools are essential for BEV service technicians to work safely on high-voltage electrical systems. Insulated tools have a layer of non-conductive material that prevents technicians from being electrocuted if they accidentally contact a live wire. When choosing insulated tools, ensuring they are rated for the electrical system's voltage is important. Most BEV systems operate at 400 to 800 voltages, so choose tools rated for at least 1,000 volts. Inspecting insulated tools regularly for signs of damage is also essential. There are many insulated tools that BEV technicians use. Some examples of insulated tools are insulated screwdrivers, pliers, wrenches, and socket sets. The tools should be replaced if the insulation is cracked, chipped, or worn. Be careful not to overload the insulated tools. A voltage tester is a simple tool used to detect the presence or absence of voltage in an electrical circuit. It needs to be a Cat 3 rated tester for work on BEVs. The tester will light up or emit a sound if voltage is present. Voltage testers are generally less versatile than multimeters. If you need a simple tool to detect the presence or absence of voltage, a voltage tester is a good option. Now, let us look at a multimeter. A Cat 3 multimeter is a more versatile tool that can measure multiple electrical properties, including voltage, current, resistance, and continuity. Multimeters have a display that shows the measured value of the electrical property being tested. Cat 3 multimeters are better for measuring multiple electrical properties or troubleshooting electrical problems. Cat 3 attest meter leads are the cables that connect a multimeter to the circuit or component being tested. The probes are used to make contact with the circuit or component being tested, and the wires carry the electrical signal to the multimeter. Let us look at test meter leads. Test meter leads safely and accurately measure electrical properties such as voltage, current, and resistance, and are an essential part of a multimeter test kit. It is important to choose test meter leads that are compatible with your multimeter and rated for the voltage and current levels you will be testing, as some leads are designed for specific types of multimeters, while others are universal. Now, let us look at some essential safety equipment and its purpose to ensure a safe work environment for a BEV workbay. Electric insulation mats are designed to provide technicians with an insulated work surface. They are made of non-conductive materials such as rubber, vinyl, or silicone. Electric insulation mats for BEV technicians are typically made of durable rubber or polyvinyl chloride, abbreviated as PVC material. They are designed to withstand high voltages and currents, and they are also resistant to oil, grease, and other chemicals. It is important to select a mat rated for the voltage and current levels of the electrical work that will be performed. Choosing a mat that is the correct size and shape for the work area is also essential. Manufacturers and automotive workshops can also upgrade to anti-static epoxy floor covering. It helps to protect electronic components from electrostatic discharge, abbreviated as ESD, which can damage or destroy them. Electrostatic discharge is a sudden flow of electricity between two objects that are at different electrical potentials. In a BEV workshop, electrostatic discharge can occur when technicians work on the vehicle's battery, motor, or other electronic components. Let us now look at high-voltage safety barriers. They are a type of barrier that isolates workbays from bystanders. They are typically made of a non-conductive material, such as plastic or fiberglass, and are designed to prevent people from accidentally coming into contact with high-voltage electrical equipment. When choosing high-voltage safety barriers, selecting ones rated for the voltage and current levels of the high-voltage electrical equipment you will be working with is essential. It is also important to choose high-voltage safety barriers that are the correct size and shape for the workbay in which you will be using them. An insulated rescue, also known as a shepherd's hook, is a long, non-conductive hooked rod with an insulated handle. A rescue hook is used to rescue someone who has been electrocuted. It is essential to know where the rescue hook is located in the workbay and to keep it accessible. Wear insulated gloves and other personal protective equipment when using a rescue hook. Let us look at high-voltage warning signs. High-voltage warning signs for BEVs alert others around the vehicle to the potential danger of electric shock. High-voltage warning signs should be placed in a prominent location where they are easily visible. They should also be placed where others will likely come into contact with high-voltage components, such as near service ports and access panels. A first aid kit for BEV service technicians should include a variety of basic medical supplies to treat common injuries and illnesses that may occur in the workplace. Some of the essential items to include in your first aid kit should include bandages in various sizes, adhesive tape, gauze pads, non-stick dressing pads, antiseptic wipes, sterile saline solution, pain relievers such as ibuprofen, antihistamine tablets, cold compress, hot compress, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, abbreviated as CPR, mask, tourniquet, emergency blanket, first aid instructions, and you may include additional items that you may need in case of an emergency. It is essential to regularly inspect your first aid kit to ensure that the supplies are still fresh and that you have enough of each item. You should also replace any items that have been used. Let us look at fire extinguishers. Lithium is a combustible metal. Thermal events involving lithium batteries can be extremely dangerous. Class D fire extinguishers are designed to extinguish fires involving combustible metals, but are not always effective in extinguishing lithium battery fires. Lithium battery fires can be difficult to extinguish because they can reignite even after they have been extinguished. This is because lithium batteries can contain flammable electrolytes that can be ignited by heat or moisture. If you see a lithium battery fire, it is essential to evacuate the area immediately and call 911 if you are in the U.S. Technicians should not engage in lithium battery thermal events beyond their ability. Lockout or tagout, commonly referred to as LOTO, refers to specific practices and procedures to safeguard technicians from the unexpected energization or startup of machinery and equipment or the release of hazardous energy during service or maintenance activities. LOTO kits provide the tools and resources to isolate and de-energize circuits before working on them. This helps to prevent electrical shock and other injuries. To use a LOTO kit, identify the circuit you will work on. Once the circuit has been identified, you must lock out and tag out the circuit. This involves locking the circuit breaker or disconnect switch in the open position and attaching a tag to the circuit that identifies the person who locked it out and the date and time. You can safely work on the circuit once the circuit has been locked out and tagged. Once the work is complete, you must unlock and tag back into the circuit. This involves removing the lockout device and replacing the tag with a new one that identifies the person who unlocked the circuit and the date and time. The LOTO procedure must be approved through a work permit by a manufacturer. BEV diagnostic equipment is used to diagnose and troubleshoot problems with BEVs. For example, scan tools are used to communicate with the BEV's onboard computer and retrieve diagnostic trouble codes, abbreviated as DTCs. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, abbreviated as CPR, is a life-saving technique that can be used to keep someone alive until medical help arrives. It is recommended that all employees who work with high-voltage BEVs be CPR trained so that they can respond quickly and effectively in the event of an emergency. A defibrillator is a device that can be used to shock the heart back into a normal rhythm in the event of a cardiac arrest. Having a defibrillator on hand can help increase the chances of survival for employees who suffer a cardiac arrest. If you are not trained to rescue a person and you are in the U.S., always call 911. If you or someone else has been shocked, always refer to a medical professional and get checked. An emergency plan is a written document outlining the steps to take during unforeseen situations. The plan should include information on how to evacuate the workbay, how to contact emergency services, and how to provide first aid. Let us look at what an evacuation route is. The evacuation route should have indicators that are clearly marked and visible to all. This will help ensure that everyone knows how to evacuate the workbay safely in an emergency. Now, we will cover the various category ratings, also commonly known as CAT ratings, for electrical test equipment. Category or CAT ratings are a safety classification system for electrical test equipment. They indicate the maximum voltage and transient overvoltage or surge that a test instrument can safely withstand. CAT ratings are defined by the International Electrotechnical Commission in Standard IEC 61010-1. There are 4 CAT ratings, from CAT 1 to CAT 4. Each CAT rating corresponds to a different level of electrical hazard. A category rating of a test instrument defines where in the electrical supply chain an instrument can be safely used. We will explain the ratings in detail as we move ahead. CAT 1 is the lowest CAT rating. It is designed for use in circuits not directly connected to the mains. It is typically used for lower voltage and lower energy circuits, such as electronic and battery-operated devices. Some examples of specific environments that fall into the CAT 1 rating are electronic equipment, such as computers and televisions. CAT 2 rating is intended for local-level electrical systems. It can be used to test electrical systems in residential and commercial buildings. CAT 2 equipment offers a higher level of protection compared to CAT 1. Some examples of specific environments that fall into the CAT 2 rating include household appliances, portable tools, and office and industrial equipment. Cat 3 rating is designed to measure primary distribution circuits used in fixed installations, such as distribution panels and industrial systems. It can be used for more demanding testing in residential, commercial, and industrial environments. Cat 3 equipment provides a higher level of protection than Cat 2. It is also suitable for handling most current BEV high-voltage systems. Cat 4 rating is specifically intended for measurements at the source of the installation, which includes circuits in overhead and underground power lines and utility substations. It can withstand and safely measure high-energy surges and currents found at the origin of electrical systems. The Cat rating of an EV charging station depends on the type of installation. For example, a Level 2 BEV charging station installed in a garage would typically be rated Cat 3. This is because residential garages are typically considered low-voltage environments with minimal exposure to transient voltages. A Level 3 BEV charging station installed at a commercial or industrial location would typically be rated Cat 4. This is because commercial and industrial locations are often exposed to higher voltage levels and transient voltages due to the presence of heavy machinery and industrial equipment. In summary, a BEV charging station's Cat rating depends on the installation type to ensure that the equipment can withstand the expected voltage levels and transient voltages in the specific environment where it is installed. Now, let us look at a summary of all the Cat ratings. Cat 1 is the lowest Cat rating intended for use in circuits not directly connected to the mains. It is typically used for low voltage and low energy circuits, such as electronic and battery-operated devices. It provides limited protection and is suitable for basic electronic testing. Cat 2 rated equipment is designed for local-level electrical systems, such as household and portable appliances. It can be used to test electrical systems in residential and commercial buildings. Cat 3 rated equipment is intended for fixed installations, such as distribution panels and industrial systems. It is also suitable for handling most current BEV high-voltage systems. Cat 4 is intended for use at the source of the installation, such as at power substations and overhead power lines. Let us now look at our lesson summary on safety tools and equipment for high-voltage Workbay safety. We learned about electrical safety and compliance, focusing on the International Electrotechnical Commission standards, nationally recognized testing laboratory, safety tools and equipment, and category ratings. We discussed the role of the International Electrotechnical Commission in establishing international standards for electrical and electronic equipment. These standards ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems and devices worldwide. We looked at the nationally recognized testing laboratory certification, a designation given to testing laboratories in the U.S., that have been accredited to assess and certify electrical products for compliance with safety standards. This certification is critical for product safety and regulatory compliance. It is crucial for BEV technicians to use insulated tools to ensure safety. Whether it is avoiding electrical shock, accurately measuring electrical values, or securely handling electrical components, these tools are integral to the safe and effective execution of electrical tasks. We covered the importance of various safety equipment to ensure a safe and secure work environment, including electrical insulation mats, high-voltage safety barriers, insulated rescue hooks, high-voltage warning signs, first aid kits, fire extinguishers, lockout or tagout, and BEV diagnostic equipment. From creating secure work bays and providing immediate medical attention to performing system tests and isolating hazardous energy sources, safety equipment plays a crucial role in maintaining a safe work environment. Category ratings are a classification system used to categorize electrical equipment based on its ability to withstand and protect against electrical transients. We covered the different Cat ratings, including Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, and Cat 4, and explained their significance in selecting the right equipment for specific applications and environments. Understanding the purpose and correct usage of safety tools and equipment is essential to ensure the safety of technicians, prevent accidents, and maintain compliance with safety standards and regulations while working in a BEV workbay. Thank you.